Welcome to Caribou Country Lifestyle. My name is Cheryl. I'm going to be planting some mostly flower seeds today and a couple of new pepper seeds. New to me, never have done them before. I have a tray here set up, ready to go, have my tags in it and everything. And we're going to be starting off with 4 different types of Lobelia. My first type of Lobelia is the Color Cascade Lobelia. And with the Lobelia, when you plant your seeds, after you've planted the seeds, you do not cover the seeds at all. And they're quite tiny seeds. So I'm just going to be taking like a small little pinch of seeds, and because these are ones that you don't have to thin or separate, you can just plant them in a little clump of plants. So having more than 3 or 4 seeds in a spot is totally fine. And I am growing these in my 3 by 5 inch cells, and I'm putting enough seeds in each spot to actually get 6 separate plantings in each of the cells. And I'm just basically dragging off a pinch of seeds, and there could be anywhere from 4 to 8 seeds in each pinch. But that is totally okay. But I wanted to get this Lobelia started. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to get going, but once it starts growing, then it usually does really well. And I like the idea of having the mixed colors, because it's always nice to have a nice little splash of different colors. And these ones are a trailing Lobelia, so you'll be able to put them into either a hanging basket or have it as a border in a container. I am just going to wipe off the rest of whatever residue is left. And then, like I say, I'm not going to cover these seeds. So that was the Color Cascade. I ended up using all of the seeds. Next is the Crystal Palace. The Crystal Palace is one of my favorites to grow. It is an upright variety, and I usually grow this one every year. Oh, I got lots, so that's good. Okay, again, just going to do a pinch of seeds in 6 sections. My husband just left to go up to the gun range to practice some shooting, and my dog is upstairs pacing around, being quite upset that he left her and didn't want to take her with him. But she always acts like that. Mostly when he leaves. She does do it when I leave too, but mostly when he leaves. So I am going to have lots left over. I'm doing 4 of the 3 by 5 inch cells of each variety. So that would give me 24 plants for planting in the spring. So that's more than enough. Especially with doing this many varieties of the Lobelia. I wasn't sure how many seeds I had left in each of these little pouches. So now the tricky part is getting these little tiny seeds back into this foil pouch. So I have enough for next year. I bought another pack just in case. The next one is a trailing sapphire Lobelia. I like the little white eyes in the center of these. We'll see how much we have of this one. Because the other one that I have is, and it's called the Regatta Blue Sky. Another really pretty one. But we'll see what we have of the sapphire trailer. And the Regatta Blue Sky is another trailing. Well, see. I might only get enough to do 2 of these. Oh, just heard my husband sneeze. I guess he hasn't left, so I'm not sure why my dog was acting up if he hasn't left yet. She's just being a little weird sometimes. Sometimes she just thinks she hears a noise and she just barks at whatever. Barks out loud. And we're like looking at her like, what was that about? And who knows? So I'm only going to get 2 of these ones. So now I can do the Regatta Blue Sky. So I'm just going to, I had a tag made up. I'll just do this section here of the Regatta Blue Sky. Last weekend I was coming down with a cold, scratchy throat, hurt to swallow. Ended up going to the hospital with it and ended up being put on antibiotics. So I was put on amoxicillin, which is good because it has pretty much gotten rid of whatever I had going on. So I don't have very many in this one. So I might only get one 3.5 by 5 inch tray for this variety. I'm just gonna dump it on the end here because yeah, that's all I got. So I still have space for one more. Maybe what I'll do is I will plant a little more of the Crystal Palace into this other one here. But I am not going to put it on a plate. I'm just going to shake a little bit into each of the spots. And hopefully I should be able to see what I'm doing here. Just tap a couple into each spot. There. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so there is all of my lobelia. And then what I'll do is I'll stick it on the shelf with the lights. I'll put a dome over top of it. Once they start to sprout, I take the dome off Is the St. John Fire Salvia. And that's what that one looks like. So if you want a nice splash of some color, red color in amongst your flowers, that's a nice one. It's also nice for cut flowers as well if you want to use it in bouquets. This one again, like the Lobelia, you plant the seeds and you do not cover them. I've got quite a few, so I think I'm going to put 2 in each spot, and then I just kind of press down on the seed to make sure it has good contact with the soil. And again, I will put a dome on top of this and put it under the lights as well. And then what I'll do is I'm putting 2 seeds in each. These are 4 cells, and I'm going to put 2 seeds in each section of the 4 cells. And then I will just take the best one out of the 2. But I'm starting quite a few of these. And they're always nice. They're good in hanging baskets, in containers, in your flower gardens, in with any type of flower garden. I've never planted them with my vegetables. I don't find that they're any type of a pest deterrent that I know about. And oh, I actually did order my seeds from Lindenberg, sent the order in the week before last. I sent the order in, and so I should be getting my seeds this coming week. So I'm looking forward to that. There was a few that I do need in time to get them started. I did order some more Lobelia, but I think I ordered duplicates of the ones that I already have. So I don't think I need to plant any more Lobelia. So I think I'm good as far as Lobelia goes. Okay, so that is it for the Salvia. And I didn't use all of it, so I will put that over here with the Lobelia, and then I can put that away. And then again, I have a cover. I'm just going to put the cover over top of this. So for this tray, this is going to be Verbena. I never know exactly how it's pronounced. And I have 2 varieties of it. The Tuscany mix and the Ideal Florist mix. They're both an upright variety. With the Verbena, they're a 6 cell. They're a little deeper than the other cells that I used. And I'm going to put a couple of seeds into each spot. I put a little layer of soil over top of it. So we'll get these ones planted. So a couple of seeds in each spot. And then, like the Salvia, I will take the strongest plant and keep that. Sometimes both of them don't even take, so then there's that. So you kind of take a chance. These are quite a bit larger than the Lobelia seeds were. You make it easier to grab onto when you're planting them. You can at least see what you're grabbing onto and whether or not you're actually getting a seed or not. Okay. I love the Verbena. They're super pretty. These are an upright variety. You can get a trailing Verbena as well. I have not been successful trying to grow trailing Verbenas. I'm barely successful growing the regular Verbena, let alone a trailing one. And now we'll do the Tuscany mix. I just opened this and it doesn't have anywhere near the same amount of seeds that that last package did. So again, 2 seeds in each spot. And when they sit like a light layer, they want the seeds to be planted 1/8 of an inch. So you're really not putting much on these as far as soil goes. I might not even get to fill up as many as I want. No, I'm not. So I have some extra. Okay, now we're moving on to pansies. These are the Frizzle Sizzle. I love these. I think they are so cute. And I have a couple of 9 cells, and I am only going to put 1 seed in each cell because I do not have a lot of seeds here, and they're all stuck at the bottom in the corner. They don't even want to come out. Well, these are bigger than the Lobelia. Oh, there's one more. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put 1 in each spot. I'm only gonna have a couple of seeds left over, so I'll just plop them into one of us, in the middle of that one, and in the middle of that one. Then we'll just add a little bit of soil on top of all of these. Do not need very much. I'll do the same for the Verbena. Well, I hope these do okay. And I still have quite a bit of water underneath here, so even though I'm putting on what seems to be dry soil over top of it, it will, with the lid on, it'll hold in the moisture because I will be putting a cover on these. It'll hold that moisture in, and it will soak up from the bottom if it needs any additional moisture. Because I probably still have about 1/4 of an inch of water in the bottom of this flat that they're sitting in. Okay, that's it for that. With the Verbena and the pansies, they both, to germinate the seeds, they both need to be in total darkness. So what I've done is I've taken an old seed starting tray and I put it over top. That keeps the plants in total darkness. But the verbena on this side needs heat for the seeds to germinate. But the pansies don't. So what I'm doing is I'm going to have a heat mat underneath it from this side over, and then on this side I will not have any heat on that side, and it will get the conditions that they need to germinate, and these will have the conditions that they need to germinate, but they both need to be in total darkness. Hence why I use this to cover it up, and that seems to work the best. I am going to be starting 3 different types of peppers. 2 are a paprika pepper, and the other one, I'm not exactly sure which it is. This first one is called the Alma Paprika Pepper. I've never heard of this before, but my sister, her husband has an uncle, I think it says uncle, it's either an uncle or a cousin, lives in the States, and she got him to get these seeds. She ordered them because you can't order them in Canada. So I'm just putting 1 seed in each pouch, and this is called Pepper Joe's Premium Seeds. It has the website www.pepperjoe.com. So I am going to put these seeds into one of these so that I don't lose the seeds, and then I'll put them back into my little plastic bag. I just don't want to lose any of them. And you get 10 in a pouch. I don't even know how much she paid for these. She didn't tell me. And then when she got home from Thailand, she sent these seeds to me in the mail, and I just got them. So I definitely wanted to get them planted as quickly as possible because I've already planted all my other pepper seeds. And this other one is the Feherozen Paprika. It's Feherozon Paprika. So we're gonna plant these ones in this side, and I'm just doing 1 in each, and these are just 4 cells, and we'll see what happens with those. I'll put these ones back. I like the idea of having the paprika peppers, so then I can make my own paprika spice, because we use a lot of paprika. This last one, this is a mouthful too. She should have got me peppers that I can pronounce. This one is the lute shower pepper, and it's spelled Leutschauer. There you have it. And we'll just see what we get. It's kind of exciting trying something new, but I don't know if it's like shaped like a jalapeno, or is it shaped like a cayenne? I'm sure it's like a tapered. That I decided I would just try out these. Definitely the paprika pepper, and she has quite a few peppers that she has started herself. And I just feel like I don't want to do too many peppers just because they're harder for us to, the outcome of them is harder for us to process. Having to take the skins off and de-seeding them. So I'm gonna put this in a tray and under a dome as well, and then we're gonna take a look at what some of the seeds that I have that have sprouted that I actually just started on the 1st of March, and now it's the 7th of March. Okay, so this is where I am putting my pansies and my verbena. So I have them under here, and then if I lift this up, you can see I have a heat mat on this side going over for the verbena, and then the pansies have no heat on them, and they will stay under this cover until they sprout, and then we will take the cover off, and the verbena will go under the lights and still have heat under it, but the pansies will go under the lights with no heat. These are the seeds that I started on the 1st of March. So right in here, this is the jalapeno pepper. So I have one here and one coming up here. I took the cover off so you'd be able to see. And then if we come in a little bit closer, this is the Carnival Blend pepper. I have one coming up here. Then over here, I noticed that I have a little rosemary has poked its way up. And then this here, this is the Ambition shallots. I have one here and one there that are poking up as well. So that's exciting for the rosemary to be coming up, because that's further along than when I planted it the last time. Over here, there's my foxglove, still my onions there, celery there. Come down here, this is the salvia that I just planted. Here is the mint. So I have my 2 little shoots here, one there, and then another little shoot tucked in there. I ended up putting some vermiculite around it just to keep the stem of the mint dry and not let it get too much moisture. And then here we have the dahlias and the geraniums. Down below, I just took these out of that same tray that I had my peppers in. So these are the eggplants, the jalapenos. Got quite a few that have sprouted there. So that's really all I have going on today. When I get my seeds in the mail, we'll come back and we'll take a look at those, and I'll show you some of the different seeds that I got. I actually also ordered a couple of plants. I ordered a columbine plant, and what was the other one? Oh, I ordered a double begonia, so you get 2 bulbs in the package, and I won't get those until probably May, just before I would think about even planting them outside, and that's usually when I receive those. The bulbs, I might get the bulbs a little bit earlier, but I definitely will not get the columbine, because it's just a plant, bare root plant, and I'll get that and then I'll plant that out. Which is good, because my columbines that I tried to start from seed didn't take, which I've struggled trying to get columbines going. And I mean, I'll keep trying. One of these years I'll be successful with it. So thanks for joining me. I hope you liked this video. If you liked the video, put a like in there. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for joining me, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.